All right, we got Kaliq Lockett.
Hello, hello.
Two wide receiver in the entire nation, man, at the Elite Series. How does that feel?
Special, special. I didn't think I was, last year if you would have asked me if I was going to be the second receiver in the country or being as successful as I am now, I would have looked at you crazy. It's crazy, it's crazy what a good season and hard work can do for you.
So you actually were at Florida State this past spring, check out some of their practices and such, and you said that you were shocked and they kind of went to the top of your list. What stood out, and whatever stood out, is that still with you? Is it still carried forward?
Yes, it's just I really can't get that visit out, out my mind. How they treated me that day, it was probably one of the best visits I've ever been on, ever.
The way they utilize playmakers, it's an offense for playmakers. How much of Mike Norvell, him as a man, him as a football coach, keeps them near the top of your?
Oh man, especially him being from the DFW area, that's what's special too, because he's a receiver guy, and he's from the DFW area, and you see what he's done already with the program in just 4 years. He turned them from a 5-7 team in 2020 to a 13-0 team last year.
How impressive is that for you?
Man, it's amazing. Especially, and then on top of that, having Keon Coleman and Johnny Wilson at receiver and them dominating. And Keon, he could have been a 1,000-yard receiver if he didn't get hurt. So just think about, the receiver. So, Florida State could be added to a wide receiver U.
How much of their success offensively, what they do with wide receivers, do you take into mind when you're factoring in a decision like this?
Oh yes. History is definitely a big thing in this. History, cause let's be honest, you don't want to go to a school where they're not really producing receivers like that, and they don't really have a history in producing receivers. And really, the school that I've picked, they have really good track records, and especially, Florida State with Kelvin Benjamin, and now Keon Coleman and Johnny Wilson. Oh yeah, Kelvin. Gotta respect Kelvin. And with Coach Dugans, him being a great coach. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna want to deal with BS. He's gonna love on you, but he's also gonna coach you hard. And that's what I need, and that's what I like.
What makes great players great is what separates them from everybody else. What's going to separate LSU from Texas, Florida State from Texas? What do you think is going to be some of the things that's going to help make your decision easier, I guess, when you got this great school?
I guess it's just that gut feeling, and talking to God, and and leaving there, feeling that I have a second home in that school that I choose, whether it's in Tallahassee, whether it's in Baton Rouge, Austin, College Station, Tuscaloosa, LA, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it really all depends how you feel as a gut feeling.
What's a checklist for Florida State you want to see on the OV?
Definitely. I want to see the city of Tallahassee because I didn't get to see it enough. I got to see the city of Tallahassee. I want to get a chance to talk to some more of the players, as well as the recruits and the commits. I want to have some more time with Coach Norvell, have some more time with Coach Dugans as well. Because when I take these visits, I'm there to have a good time, but I'm there to get answers. Because I want to know where I'm going to. Because I want to know where I'm going to school at for the next 3 or 4 years.
Florida State's in the mix for you.
Definitely. It's a four-way tie.
Okay. I was going to ask you to rank everybody.
Four-way tie. Four-way tie.
Nah,
four-way tie. Four-way tie between those four.
Okay. So you guys are like rock stars. You're here this weekend, and it feels like after this, all you guys are going to be going everywhere around the country on your OV. So what made you, I guess, pick the teams that you visited when you wanted to visit them, and how much time do you want to take after these visits to digest and then make your decision?
Yes, whole month of June, busy. July, I'm either have my decision made, or I'm gonna still be thinking about where I want to go to school at, and that's where my social media accounts will be disabled, and I'll have time to think about where I want to go, and then I'll come back on whenever it's time for my commitment. I'll let that be known, and I'll let the official date know right after my last official.
Do you know, like, do you know how you want to make that decision? Like, is it going to be you and your family sitting down, checklist, going over everything, or is it just going to be, like you said, I can't explain it, but this is why it is?
It's all up to me. And my parents and my family done let that be known already. That they're not going to step in the way of my decision making. It's all going to be on me, and all what I want to do.
Who's the four-way tie right now? What are the schools?
LSU, Texas, Florida State, Texas A&M.
Do you know, do you want to come back for a game, or when you make your official?
When I make my announcement, I'm gonna be locked in with that school. I'm not doing no flipping. I'm not gonna be talking to other schools. It's gonna be over with. I'm gonna be locked in with that school.
Everyone who says Kaliq's from Texas, he's gonna stay in the state of Texas. Do they know Kaliq Lockett?
Yes, the state plays a big part, but I'm not afraid to leave the state. I'm not afraid. And the schools that I've chosen that are outside the state, I chose them for a reason.
Kaliq Lockett, everybody. Give it up.